Hi guys, welcome back to Inno Thinks. How are you all? And many people have asked the Sci-Fi time travel related film to come and put it or not, so I have searched for you and found a super time travel film released in Thailand. If you see, Taklee Genesis X World Collides is also a film released in 2024. In this film, 5,000 years ago and 200 years later, that too with a ring, to fix the problem caused by it, they will put a lot of problems in this film, and not only that, there are a lot of interesting things in this film, such as a lot of monsters, black holes. So, the story of the film will come and start with the beginning. So can we go into the direct story? Before going to that, do not forget to tap only one like. In the starting scene of the film, a little girl is shown, or she is the heroine of this film. Stella, along with her parents, have come to her village to do a ritual, that too when it happens, 1992. Apart from that, there is often something like a ritual in this village. So that's the reason why there was a ring in this village many years ago. That ring has done good to all the people of this village. And that was one of the reasons why this village has paid. But suddenly some people stole the ring. So what happened was that the ring was split into 5 parts by the power in the ring. Not only did they split up, but a demon came to this village and killed everything that was there. So, because of such an incident, this village is not the same as before, so if they make a ritual and convince the demons, they will get that ring again and they will come back to the village and prosper again. The heroine has come with her family. Cho, the ritual is like a toy. It's all plugged in and done in the middle of the forest like a prayer. What happens suddenly at that time is that some terrible noise is heard from the middle of the forest. So, in a short time, this ritual will come and go. So everyone leaves? The heroine's family leaves from there. Only then the heroine returns. She looks like her uncle is looking towards the forest. So cut it, it's night tonight. Our heroine is sleeping well. At that time, suddenly she hears a noise and hears someone going outside. If you peep to see who it is, her father is going. It looks like she is going into the forest with a bag. Cho cuts it like that. Where is this father going in the middle of the forest? He is coming, that too that ritual has happened, isn't it? He is coming towards that area. When he comes, there is a lot of recidivism in that place, isn't it? The meter is all stuck on the tree. Seeing it, he is slowly going forward with a torch in his hand. Suddenly he knows the demon. Takunu is scared, but it disappears in a short time. When he goes back in, then you hear a noise. At this time, if you look back, there is our heroine. What are you doing here? Why did you come here? You did not ask, you did not go somewhere alone. That's why I have come to follow you. When you say that, another different sound is heard. Immediately both of them turn around, see a bright light nighttime, hit this time forest, and both of them look towards it. They start to follow, but when they go a little farther they hear a terrible sound again. The heroine's father does not want to go further than this. The heroine is like a small cabin there. Come and sit in it and look here. You stay here. Stay here. If I have a problem with something that will not follow me, make this vote. Turn it on and tell me only the line I say. Okay, say that and say a line. This dad is leaving from there. Wherever he goes, he comes towards that light. Cho slowly comes to that light. As soon as he comes near the light, they ask what that light is. If you see, that's the ring. One of those 5 parts of the ring. It's just like that. Stay light. He's going closer. He's slowly approaching. Put on a strange bracelet in his hand and bring his hand to the light. At this time, you hear a noise again. See what? The demon will come from the forest. He wants to shoot the gun immediately. But what happens at this time is that this bracelet and the ring come so close that suddenly something goes wrong and the light starts to go up very brightly little by little. Seeing this, neither this father or the demon runs away in fear before he can say that this should not happen. That light also goes up and turns into a bright light. Something is wrong with our heroine. Saying that it is lying down, he comes out quickly and says that his father is looking for it. If you see only that ring, she sees her father and looks around like that. At that time, something fell from the top and went quickly to see that some dead body had fallen. That's all. She was frightened. She came back to that small room and hid in it. Now they are lusting for us. A light has gone towards the sky, isn't it? Open like a portal, and from that the dead body is falling down, so a dead body comes and falls into the room where the heroine is, so they start screaming and running, so Correcta comes out of the forest and it looks like a car is coming. Save me from that. So the scene is cut. Now cut it, and 2023 our heroine has come and grown up well. Apart from that, our heroine is married and divorced recently. The heroine also has a daughter. Apart from that, what our heroine is doing is the Space Museum, isn't it that they are working in that museum? What happens to be like this, the heroine's job is lost due to a small mistake to make her pass, so she hates to sit in a nearby coffee shop, and even her daughter. Sitting and talking sadly, Cho, this is her daughter, her name comes Vilan. While she is talking like this, our heroine suddenly gets a phone call. If you ask who is the attendant, it is as if they have called from the town. What they say, your mother is very sick like this, it will be good if you come, our heroine is very difficult. If you see the next one, they will buy a flight ticket and go to the town. Cho comes to the village to pick up our heroine's cousin. His name comes, and Ivy picks up our heroine and takes her to her house. So when we go, our heroine comes back to her old memories. That's why she ran out of the forest almost 30 years ago. Then someone's car would have come. It was none other than her uncle's car. Cho was the one who saved her. The next day, when she wakes up in the morning and asks what happened, she tells him everything that happened. Dead body fell from the top like this. Besides, my father also disappeared there. But what her uncle says is no, not at all, your father left you everything and ran away. Only like that. Our heroine will not be able to accept this. If you see our heroine in the next present, if you see our heroine, she comes to her mother's hospital. So her mother is also admitted. After seeing her for a while, she leaves straight from there. That is, our heroine is coming to her house. Only then do you know. Her uncle is there, isn't it? He wants to come and buy this house. But our heroine does not agree with this, because her father's memory is only in that house. He says no. The next thing to do is to lust for this uncle's boy. Cho, this is him. His name is Gang. Besides, our heroine will be surprised whenever she sees him, because he is not old. Almost Cho, after talking to him for a while, our heroine comes and talks to her daughter. That is, when our heroine was young, many dots would have come and bullied the heroine. I'm talking about taking good care of you. Now they're doing a flashback, that is, when the heroine is young, many dots come to make fun of our heroine, but the heroine is not idle, she will fight against them boldly. One day all those dot boys are running scared. If you look at whom, look at our Gang, look at that Gang. He is still the same. That's this uncle's boy. And then what the young heroine does, often that walkie-talk, isn't it, that's the heroine's father. In that device given by the father will come to the line that he told to say, the father will come and say something, or if someone else is talking, but there will be no reply, but no reply will come. Now in the present, our heroine comes to the line that the father said in the same device, but if you see now, there is no reply, so you can sleep with it. While sleeping like that, suddenly in the night time in the walkie-talk, if there is a sound coming from us, they are terrified. If our heroine is up, it is her father who is speaking, but he is talking in a hurry. Note the coordinate I am talking about. So, this is what you have to go to a place with that bracelet and get this. Exactly so, the father came and did not think of the heroine. They think that the heroine's mother is talking. Cho is very urgent, so our heroine and father said. They come to the coordinate and write it down, the signal comes and gets cut. Then what is our frightened heroine rushes to the hospital and asks her mother about this. The mother also starts telling a lot of truth now. Actually, the heroine would have come to a line and told this device, or the heroine's mother would have often said it. When she said that, she would have come to that tom, that's the signal from the heroine's father. Besides, what they say is that your father came and got stuck in a place. In space-time, a minute there is almost a year in our world. That is, there is a bracelet based on what your father told me. That bracelet is now with your uncle. Take that bracelet and take that ring in the forest. If you take it to that ring, it's something. Will it look like a sphere? Take it to an abandoned military basement nearby and put a ghost in it, but I don't know what it is. Just now your father has come and contacted him and told him. He said that there is a project going on in that basement too. I think there is some kind of Genesis in the tank. So, I don't know anything after this because your father didn't make contact after that. All of a sudden, the signal always comes. The heroine comes and gets scared. So everything I have said for so long is true? Everything I have seen is true. Don't worry anymore, I will save my father. So what he does next is that the gang is there, isn't it? That's the uncle boy. Nissa starts talking. Look here, your father has come and got a bracelet. If you can get it, we can complete a small work in our forest. First, he doesn't agree to it, but the heroine comes and says, there's a lot of mysteries going on in this village. Look beyond that. You're always young. If you want to know the secret of that, we have to go into the forest. We need a bracelet. So this gang comes and agrees. So what happens is that night in the cab where her father slept, Nissa took the bracelet and the gun next to it. So our heroine is the heroine's daughter, and then the cousin boy gang, all four of them start going into the forest. That is, when they go into the forest to the place where the ring is, they are in the zoom out. It looks like 3 rings nearby, but they don't see this. They leave the car at a place to go straight into the forest and walk from there. Joe, heroine's daughter, is in the car, because after this there is something. To avoid danger, they all come to the ring to leave the girl alone in the car. It comes and shines in the sky for a while. When they are looking at this in surprise, is the heroine's daughter alone here or not? Call her mother and tell her that her mother is nearby. Immediately the heroine is afraid that there will be no shadow. You are not afraid. We will be in a little while. Now we know that there is a lady standing next to this car. Joe is scared and this little girl comes and bends down. At the same time, they are coming and looking at the ring, isn't it? What the heroine is doing is that she puts the bracelet in her hand and slowly goes near the ring. As soon as she gets closer, the ring comes and turns into a sphere and comes to the heroine's hand. What happens at this time is that a lady has come and she's coming to this place. Who are you? When she asks who are you, the lady changes into her real form, that is, a monster. Like a demon, Yvonne wants to take it away quickly. Grab the spear and it comes like a terrible shield. So the monster comes and disappears. Okay, this is it, so let's get out of here. So fast. Everyone starts running, but when he does, the monster comes back. This gang has come and got a gun, isn't it? Joe shoots it and suits it. He starts to look like a lot of illusions. As if his life is related to him, that is, someone shoots him and falls down again from the top and that's all. He just sits down with his head around his head. Our cousin boy and heroine are him. They take him back from there. If you look behind him, the monster is also chasing, but it can't come very far because of the gunshot on it. So what they do after that is that the 3 of them escape again, take the car and rush to the military basement, because the heroine's father would have told them to put the coordinate there, so bring the sphere to the place and come to the coordinate and type. From there comes a hologram on a device, through which the heroine's father comes and starts talking, and when he learns that 30 years have been gone here, the Tom comes and is shocked. Not only that, what he says is that he is a CIA agent, he came and worked on a mission. Night was working on the ring when something happened to his bracelet and he picked it up and something in the space. It's like he's been on a spaceship created by advanced alien civilization. He's only got 30 minutes here, because 1 minute is equal to a year on Earth, so there's only 30 minutes here, and I'm sorry if I've been there for 30 years, so I'm sorry to apologize to the heroine. Not only that, there is only a little more oxygen and food in that spaceship. If you don't save him in it, his story will be over. So looking at the heroine, I asked him to come and tell a line. Did you come and inform him? As soon as our heroine asked me about it, I informed about it, but there was no reply. Again you spoke about it, tell me how you can save yourself, I will try everything as much as I can, Papa, and immediately the father says, look here, it is so easy. When you are explaining, the hologram comes and starts disappearing, that is, it flies and starts to explain visually to them, that is, the American military has come to the basement and started a project like Genesis in the tag, and that too with what they have got some device related to this alien, so this project is started. The purpose of the project is to find a device that can move faster than the light, that too with that alien technology, so they must have taken an alien device, or it was deleted and rebuilt. This bracelet and the ring that accompanies it, and not only that, but also the 5 rings inside the sphere. The 5 rings come and control all this, gravity, communication, time, and then the galactic latitude. And then the longitude was controlling it 5 times like this. So what is this bracelet? We can go anywhere with this bracelet, we can travel to any place, be it past or future, we can travel anywhere, but unexpectedly the ring of gravity in that ring and the ring of the time are broken. That's why I came and got lost now. So now if I want to come back, I have to find those 2 rings. But the problem is that there's a ring coming in. It's in the past. There's another ring in the future, just like there's a ring 5,000 years ago, there's a ring 200 years from now, so I can only come back if I take the two of them and put them together. Besides, since the sphere doesn't have two rings right now, it's going to cause a lot of trouble until you add it. You can go back to that past. The sphere will be ready for that. But the problem is that it's like traveling from a cut field to that place, because it's going to drag out what's within 50 m. So, I can only come back if you find those two rings again and put them together. While he was talking, his signal came and got cut. What are they doing? Right, okay, so we can go back to the past and get that ring and then go to the future and get it again. Let's take it and come to a place where there is a cutway and the four of them stand together next to our heroine. The heroine lifts the bracelet and falls near the sphere. As soon as it is formed, a force is formed in that place and they come back to the past, that is, 500. They come years ago. So this sphere will take you to the place where the ring is, isn't it? That's the lost ring. Where is it? Near here. The people of that time have come and put up tents. Isn't that the parts of the broken ring line coming and around? Cho, if they just take it, their work will be done. When Cho goes to pick it up, it looks like someone is walking in the distance. Who's this? If you look at the people of that time, it's not ordinary people. It's like zombies. Let's see if they can escape, but it's like a shield. We can't get past it? Cho, our heroine is going over it fast. So the heroine has the bracelet. They can come only after she leaves. Somehow they escape from there. As soon as Cho escapes, they come near the tent. Cho, all the people there look at them and say very differently, that they are all God. So this is Sans, our cousin boy also explains, this is the phone, this is the juice, and they give them everything to eat. At this time our gang is there, isn't it? What he is doing is that he got that ring from the heroine and that remnant of that ring, that is, all the parts of the ring in this place are flying upwards, come and stretch out his hand. He looks to see if he is observing. He starts to observe. To observe it, the seal around him comes and cuts. Because that ring is there. That ring comes and joins the sphere. So they collected a ring. But the problem is that the zombies are also coming into the place. Cho is also fighting fiercely. In such a fight, some people die from the tent. Zombies also die. Cho, our heroine, has to get out of here as soon as possible, so she is looking for her daughter. Cho is looking for her daughter. This sign is our cousin, gang, and zombie are fighting. When they fight, cousin makes a zombie suit with his cheek. As soon as he hears the bullet sound, our Kong also starts spinning his head again. His vision starts to be known. Finally, at one point, our heroine finds her daughter and takes her. When you try to escape from there quickly, a zombie comes and catches it. Cho somehow struggles with it and takes her daughter, and if you see it again, she comes with them and joins together. As soon as they get together, they are going to go back to the present. But at that time, the heroine notes, her daughter comes and stands opposite, there is a girl from the tribe crowd, and if you see who is coming with us, then one from the tribe crowd, it's the little boy who is standing here. It is not like the heroine has been brought with him. Before he says that, they are traveling correctly time. They come back to that lab. As soon as they come here, this little boy starts screaming. Here our heroine also seems to be exploding her head. Oh, I have to go there again. But what is the matter? How to take it back? Contact her father again and ask for help. But what he says, there is definitely a way to do that, but you have to add a total of 5 rings. Now we have 4 rings. There is only one more ring. We can go back there only if we go to the future. The heroine does not know what to do to say so. Now cut this side and cut this side in the past. The heroine's daughter, the tribe crowd lady who was there, is also hiding in a place scared. Because on the side, there is a full zombies. If you look at the side heroine's team, you will be ready for the next time travel because there is another ring in the future. If you add it together, all the work will be done, so when you go to leave, Correcta comes to that place and starts threatening with the gun. You do not understand the danger of this. You think you must have gone for a while. No, but it's 10. The year has passed. They are also shocked to say that they come out and see, the world has changed. Not only that, but the bones of a big monster are all there. Cho is saying that because you took the sphere like this, the shield that was activated here came and became deactivated. So the monster came and killed everything. Why did your mother die? Even if the heroine is shocked, then fix this. It's okay to be able to. We'll come and fix it somehow. If my dad comes, it's all over. When he sees that he can leave from there, he starts threatening the faction. Listen to me properly. Give it to me respectfully. You don't know anything about this. So what Taklee and the gang does is that the three of them start time traveling to catch his father's faction. So this father is also that faction. In the name of Taklee, only the sound of the bullet is heard. In the meantime, they travel time and come to the future. That is, they have come in the year 2224. That is also what this place looks like. There are a lot of teenage girls around. As soon as they see them, they beat them on the head. After some time, our heroine wakes up. Cho, there is a teenage girl in front of him. Cho looks at the girl heroine and says to you, "We saw the spear and the bracelet. They ask us to teach us how to activate it." But our heroine comes and says no, because there's a lot of danger in it, isn't it? So just now the teens are starting to talk about them. I mean, they've got a prototype copy of the ring ready, because they've come to the field on the city and deactivated it. Looks like they needed a ring but they don't know if it's activated, so they've got something in the prototype model ready. That's why they've stopped everything that comes to attack the city. So out of that city, a lot of bombs seem to have froze without falling. Now they are just like what happened 200 years ago, that is, 2024. So what happens is that if our heroine comes and starts time traveling, that is why the field will come and be deactivated, that is, the force field will be deactivated by taking that ring, and through that the monster will come into the town and start attacking everything. A big monster must have come and attacked the city. So what the government has done to destroy it is that they have come together and destroyed it somehow. Foreign country with the help of Cho, as time passes, they have helped the destroyed country again and rebuild it, but it seems to go on. All these foreign countries have come to the resources here to help them. They have sucked everything out and turned them into a poor country. So what these teens have done is that they have found the base, that's the military base. Everything related to this ring. Not only that, but all of a sudden, this black hole opened from the sky, and that's how all the monsters came into this world. That is, this time has come and changed so much that a lot of monsters have come to that place, so they must have found that secret lab. Isn't that the ring? That's why we read about Genesis in that tag and tried to reverse engineer, but we couldn't do that either. That's why we've got a copy of the ring here and we're doing a survey through it. So now you have the original ring, 4 rings. This is also the 5th ring only if you add the rings here. So teach us how to activate it. But our heroine does not seem to agree. At the same time, if this side is on this uncle, the bullet is on them. He's almost on the verge of dying. This gang also apologizes a lot, but before this uncle dies, he starts telling his truth. His real time is that in the time of the war in 1964, he had called the 4 sons in Thailand to the lab and tried to collect a lot of information from them. They have also used them for time travel. There's another girl with her, isn't it? Her name is Jean, but this Jean comes and knows a little bit of English language, so what is done in that lab, how the device comes and activates, and so on. When their time comes, they are going to send them for the next checking. Then this uncle comes and pretends to have a heart attack. Then what the Jean is doing, she must have come to know about this, isn't it, Cho? Through it, Nissa. He somehow activates the sphere with the bracelet and sees that he can travel from here and escape. Through it, the soldiers who were with him also go to our uncle. So the place to travel first is like some snowy place. There the soldiers come and shoot her in the name of catching our Jean. So she starts bleeding and blood starts to bleed. Cho knows this and uncle takes the gun from there to save the Jean and threatens the soldier himself. At this time our Juno starts to travel to the next place. The next place is that our heroine would have come in the starting scene 5,000 years ago. Isn't that the past? Cho came there and they have fought terribly. The virus that spreads from here through such a fight is like that zombie virus. We have come to attack the heroine, isn't it because of them? They've gone, so there's only one soldier left. When they fly down, what the soldier does, activate a bomb and put it on her. So they've all come and fallen into a forest. That forest is that village, so that's where the ring would have fallen. Besides, he'd come here and been badly hurt. She would almost have been on the verge of dying. Uncle saw this so that he wouldn't come and let her die. He would have tried to save that ring and save it somehow, but he could not save it till the end and she would have become a monster. In the starting scene, we saw a lady who turned into a monster. She is this lady. She seems to be in this forest. That's why Jean. I cannot live normally anymore from this uncle. You go alone and live happily. Cho, if you see this uncle too, you will say okay and stay here somehow. We have to find a method to somehow bring our gene back to its original condition, so when we are trying to get out of the forest, many dead bodies have come and that forest is lying that too with the student's dead body. This incident would have actually shot 100 students from there and killed the soldier. One of the students would have come here and lived. He was none other than Kong. He would have been adopted and brought up by this uncle. Cho has now told all this to his son and we are all connected at that time. We are not old. Not only that, I am going to die now. I have to see that gene somehow. He is crying like taking me there. They love the tribe lady, that's the heroine's daughter, she will be with them. If they both wake up, they wake up in some theater, they have no idea how we got here, so they look around and slowly come out. When they come out, it looks like there is a monster outside. Cho gets scared and goes into it. At the same time, this side of our heroine is to the heroine. Teenagers tell us all about the problem here and the only way to do this is the ring and bracelet, so it is only by activating us and fixing this that everything will be normal. Cho told us that it was so much that our heroine also agrees that it is okay and Cho said that we can see our demo first and put a monster in a cage. We can travel and check it so that we can travel and make it travel. If you use the sphere, it's hidden. So what happens if you go away like this? The field will come and deactivate or not, so the force that was protecting the city comes and deactivates. This is why the bomb above is activated and comes here to explode. So in a little while they are trying to bring back the animal they sent by time traveling. It works in the same way. But the problem is that the beast is not inside the cage, but outside. So that's why it starts attacking everything out there. Everyone runs away. Cho, some teenagers come and try to shoot it, but if you see it, it disappears and starts attacking in another place. Because it's come and now trips and it's got this kind of power. At the same time, they've got this kind of power. The biggest problem for them right now is that this ring will come and a fifth one will come and observe it, isn't it? What observes is that these teenagers have discovered this fake, or not, it comes temporarily and observes it. So at this time the monster is also coming in front of them to attack them. What our cousin does is that a feather behind it comes and melts. It turns here. A man in the cab comes and does a correct suit. Before it can disappear, the bullet hits it and it is completely destroyed on the spot. So cut now. The next thing is that everyone comes out and talks together. So now they decide to take the corrective final ring and leave. Then our heroine comes with those teenagers and you come with us. No, this city is in danger. We can't come from here. We have to take care of this. Not only that, but the more you come to the timeline and fix it quickly, then this is all a problem. Otherwise, nothing else. You can't do it. Go to that place quickly and connect these 5 rings together somehow to reconnect the timeline. So they say that the next one can come to the base and get out of here. Then the cousin says that I am not coming with you. I am with this teenager because they need an experienced person right now. I will guide them from here to here. You go quickly and fix the timeline. So tell us that the heroine does not know any other way, so our heroine is that try boy, isn't it? They both leave from there. At the same time, this side is in this theater. Try mother and the heroine's daughter are hiding in one place, isn't the zombies coming to that place? Not only that, suddenly this tribe mother would have come to this place, the time sphere she uses has come and often been killed, isn't it? The monster was the dinosaurs that lived in that era, and then a lot of artificial creatures that will come to the future in the future. So everything gets killed and starts going there. That's how this tribe came. Besides, what they're scared of now is that the zombie is chasing them, isn't it? More zombies are starting to come and go. Afraid of that, they're hiding and peeping at the same time. This side our heroine and that tribe boy will come to that base. That's where our gang will come and be very sad. In the grief of losing his father, I felt very much by telling his father's truth. So the heroine also feels. Next is okay, let's reset us. Only if we reset the time, the place will be normal again. So what does he do if he sees that he will reset the bracelet this time? That student tragedy incident, isn't it? That SY soldiers will come and kill 100 students. Isn't he going to that place? He can save all the students somehow. Before our heroine can stop him, he comes to this place. All the students who have seen Cho are running in excitement. As soon as he sees him, someone comes and says, "Are you here? Let's go, but he can also escape." He's already at the bastard, isn't he? So what happens is that time comes and starts killing again. But what happened in the past is still happening. All the soldiers come back and start shooting the students. Again he tries to stop it. So the soldiers disappear and the same thing happens again and the same thing is coming from the start. At least this time we can be saved somehow. He tries to run away. What happens at that time is that all the timelines are jointed like a portal. What is happening in the past is coming here. What is happening here goes there. Now there is a big battle going on in the future. Isn't it? All the bullets over there come under here. That's why the students come and shoot the soldiers. This time is completely murdered. In the end, the soldiers come and tell the students or not. All the students are dying due to the bullet from the future. Joe seeing this, our gang comes and suffers a lot again. Come to our heroine and give that ring. True, I thought I could change this. But I can't change it. Here, with this camera, you go to the future, because they want to know what the truth is. Immediately 2 soldiers come and start shooting him. He goes and attacks both of them. Joe is going to do it, his desire is to stay here. If you see our heroine, from there she will use that bracelet and time travel, so time travel to the place where the theater is located. That trip, if you come to the place where the mother and the heroine's daughter are, there will be zombies attacking both of them. Joe, our heroine will shout fast and call her daughter Amon. She doesn't get a zombie for a good job, but the tripe boy's mom comes and bites the zombie. Joe cries when he sees them. But they can't do anything else, can they? Joe uses it again and comes to their present. That's why they come to the lab. But when you come here, the heroine is hurt, because there are a lot of bullets there. Isn't it? That's why her stomach has a little bit of water like Joe. Heroine says I can't do it. Joe, what you are doing is that the ring comes back with this bracelet and reactivates everything and asks them to go to the device like that. If they see it, they start doing the same. But the problem is that the monster has come back to that place, but what they do is come to that place and put the 5 rings together. And it starts to get closer, and this monster also starts to take a terrible way. Joe is showing a huge amount of energy coming out of the place. Joe is showing it as if it is and fixes all the timelines. Takuna comes and wakes up in one place. I mean, everything looks perfect now. Only her mother's voice is heard. And what is heard in her voice is that whatever love is there in this world for any day. Till the day this world will not end, as if to say, and in her father's voice, everything in this world has a beginning and an end, so there is no such thing as eternity, and Takuna makes fun of all that energy as it is expressed. Our heroine is also in that lab. She is also enchanted by those children. Not only that, but our uncle comes and joins the Gene girl as a soul, like a black hole. Taku is our heroine waking up somewhere else. She wakes up in her house, her daughter is also nearby. Joe asks her and confirms that this is not a dream and rushes to the hospital. Her mother is there. Joe said to her mother, I am sorry, I could not save my father. Daddy, who doesn't worry, he came in my dream yesterday, so they hug me, so both of them start crying emotionally. In So Lost, our heroine has come out with her mother, along with the heroine's daughter and the boy of the tribe mother, so that the boy has adapted to our heroine. Not only that, but in the end, our heroine has the spear in her hand, that is the spear that is now the 5 rings. Joe can go anywhere she wants with this, but she has to be careful. Joe thinks she can take care of it and save her cousin. Because he's in the future, isn't he? He would have come and helped the teen, wouldn't he? Joe looks at it that way. And with that, they end this film. Joe was different. I hope you all like it. So time travel is a little confusing. Same just like in this film, we are a little confused, but to some extent a good ending has been completed, so do not forget how it was. Comment below, if you like it. Do not forget to like, be safe, take care of everything you like, very safe.